Hello again, welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to connect with all of the Starseed souls, the Lightworker souls out there. Welcome to Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny, and today I want to talk about our upcoming full moon. We've had such intense energies this month of November, and that's because this year is really ramping up the collective consciousness. So that's the collective average of everyone's emotional and energetic states of all of humanity. If you averaged out where everyone was at, with all of the different souls on Earth right now, that's what the collective consciousness is. So that's what it means when people say that. And the collective consciousness is going through a dark night of the soul. As a whole, the whole state of humanity. And really then also the planet, also Gaia. So because of that, we have such high energetic times. So a full moon coming in during this time is like supercharged by all of the intensity surrounding it. Now this particular full moon is called either the Beaver Full Moon, and that's because back in native times, it's when the beavers would actually burrow into their homes for the winter. So they would essentially start their hibernation at that time. But this full moon is also called the frost moon, and for obvious reasons. So it's really very symbolic of going inside. And so when you think about that on a physical level, it makes sense with the weather, but it's also about going inside, so going within. And so the messages that I've channeled for today's full moon reading are a lot to do with going within and what's going on within with the collective consciousness at this time. So the first message came through very strongly, and it was freedom. Freedom is so important right now, the energy of freedom. There is a lot of fear surrounding this, of course. So what we need to do, what we can do within to create more freedom in our lives and to empower freedom for all of humanity is to focus on it. So you need to start noticing the freedoms that you do have, cherishing the freedom that you have. This is just like when you're trying to call abundance into your life, you need to focus on the things that you're grateful for, right? Because gratitude is the key to abundance, opening that door of abundance. Well, just in the same way, we need to focus on the freedoms that we do have. Be grateful for what we have, cherish the freedom that we do have. Focus our attention and our intention on being the free souls that we are, because we truly are free within. You are a free soul with free will choice. You chose to come here to Earth. As crazy as that does sound to a lot of people, and they want to push back against that, like, I would never choose this. But you did when you were a soul, before you incarnated in a physical way into a physical lifetime. You did plan out this lifetime. We plan out all of our incarnations, no matter what dimension we're going to. We plan it out in a big way. We get together with our councils and our guides and our twin flames and our soul family, and we make the big decisions about the things that we're going to encounter, the hardships, the hurdles, and the lessons and the growth, so that we can assure ourselves that we're going to get what we wanted to from that lifetime, which is soul growth, the deepening of our soul and the lessons within and the understanding. We're trying to grow with each lifetime, and that can be in many different ways. We're all so unique and working on different things. But the souls that chose to be here during this time, like to be empowered and awakened, or awakened during the year of 2020, those souls chose to be here to use their energy to amplify the awakening of humanity, to amplify the freedom of humanity, to bring back into balance the polarity that's happening here on Earth. We do need light, we do need dark, but ultimately it needs to be balanced. And right now there is a great imbalance happening on Earth, and that is because our free will is being blighted. It's being tampered with. It's not being honored in the way that it should be as a sacred universal law. Free will is a right for every being. And when it starts to get tampered with and manipulated, and people are being coerced, tricked, and brainwashed in all of these plays that are playing out right now on Earth, well, bringing that free will back into balance is a huge mission for starseeds and lightworkers. Use the energy of the full moon portal to amplify the freedom vibe on Earth, not just for you, but for all of humanity. But you do that through you, because whatever we're doing within, it seeps out of us. We are already so drenched in the energies of the collective consciousness of the people around us. We're in it. We came here to live in it because you can affect it from within. So you're born into a system so that you can affect it from within that system. Our energies affect everything around us. And so when we do this kind of light work and energy work, we're not just helping ourselves, we're helping all of humanity. And that's why self-work is not selfish. It is a portal to affecting and healing all of humanity. What you heal within yourself, you heal in others. What you transform within yourself, you transform for others. And so that's what we're doing here. You know, all of us starseeds hooked up to the energy grid of the planet, and all of us are spread out across the globe. That's why you may not have many starseed friends and family in the physical realm with you, like surrounding you, just as I also go through. And so we look to the online communities to build those communities and those families and friendships. If you do have starseeds in your life, then that's amazing. But most of us suffer from starseed loneliness. And so connecting with other starseeds and creating communities just like this one here for Starseed Academy is very precious and sacred to us. So cherish your freedom energy. Recognize it. Embrace it, call it into yourself now. I have an affirmation for you now to amplify and charge the freedom of humanity and the personal freedom of every soul watching. I am eternal. I am unlimited. I choose to be free now and always. Freedom begins within. I cherish my free spirit. I claim my free will. I am freedom embodied. I send freedom to every heart. We are free. I am free. The next message that I have for you for this full moon came through as health. So for us to begin to focus on our health. Did you know that your health is completely connected to self-love? Did you know that? Because our energetic state is the beginning point of all that is. It's where it all begins. Because whatever is going on inside of your energetic self, your energy body, your light body, and this means the energy running through your body, your energy centers of your chakras, your auric fields that expand from you, whatever state you're in energetically in all of these ways will find its way into the physical. Everything begins as energy first and then manifests into the physical. So when you have a physical dis-ease and something is unaligned, it began within you as an energetic issue. This is why energy healing is so powerful. Trying to heal a physical issue on the physical realm can just be putting a band-aid on the symptoms of a deeper issue. You need to go within and find that core issue. Figure out what chakra it aligns to. Do the healing on that chakra. Many times it's emotional issues and shadows hiding within us that actually make us sick. This is why shadow work is so important. You need to do the work. True health is self-love. It's energy work. It's meditation. It's taking the time for yourself every day. A little bit of me time every day is like the apple to the doctor. You know that saying, an apple a day keeps a doctor away. Well, 15 minutes of meditation a day keeps all hell away. A lot of people shy away from meditation, and I try to remember back to the beginning of my spiritual journey, and I did too, and I'm trying to think of the reasons why. Because it is so simple, right? It's actually just alone time. You're just spending time alone. And it doesn't have to be a lengthy experience. It's not complicated. It's like 15 minutes. And 15 minutes a day of alone time can change your life. It can change your health. It will change your life. It will change your health. It will get you on your path, back on track and aligned again. So why do so many people push against it? And I think that the reason is that we don't want to sit alone with our thoughts. And perhaps this is why we always have the TV on, the music on, we stay busy, we're on our phones, we're scrolling. Like nobody wants to sit with what's going on in here and in here. And really, that is the main issue. That is escapism, that is avoidance, and that's gonna get us nowhere. So even if you're off put by it, or it freaks you out a little bit, or you're not sure how to meditate, or you're not sure what to do, literally just carve out 15 minutes for yourself a day, any time of day, and just sit there. If it makes it easier, it does for me, to put on a little bit of meditation music, like no voices, just some light instrumental music in the background. There is so much of this available for free on YouTube. And it's beautiful, and you just have that going in the background. You can do a nice body stretch, you can do a little bit of journaling, or you can just simply sit there. And you don't have to have a completely clear mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can have thoughts racing through your mind and still benefit from that 15 minutes because your mind is trying to catch up. And so all of the thoughts that you've been avoiding are going to start trying to work themselves out because your brain's like, I don't know when I'm going to get this quiet time again. I better try to figure out as much as possible in as quickly of a time frame as possible. And that's why your thoughts race. It's like when your body is starving and then you eat something and it's like, I don't know when I'm going to eat again. I don't know when I'm going to get this nourishment again. So I'm just going to hold on to this now. And that's how you ruin your metabolism. So once your mind and your spirit start to catch on that this 15 minutes a day is going to keep coming. This is a new routine and you've committed to this and you're going to gift yourself this time, then it will relax and it will open up to you like doorways into other worlds, other versions of yourself. Like your higher self is a trip. It's so beautiful to meet your higher self or your oversoul, as a lot of people call it. And if you get really good at this meditation time, and everyone is capable of carving out 15 minutes a day, then you can actually have some really amazing experiences on the astral realms, in other dimensions, traveling or talking with your spirit guides or your ancestors or your angels. Like you just have no idea how much can come through for you, how much guidance and inspiration, ideas, creativity, in just that little change in your life. It's worth it. So start today. Make an effort. Set a timer if it's absolutely killing you so you know, oh God, it's over. Thank God I can leave now. But you're gonna grow to love it no matter how much you're against it right now. I promise you, it will become like this oasis for your mind and your soul, and you'll look so forward to your 15 minutes away from it all. This is what true health looks like. So get on the path today. The next message that I have for the collective consciousness for our frost full moon or our beaver full moon is safety. There is such a craving for safety right now. Everybody is feeling it. And so it's very important for you to create that safety vibe within yourself, within your home, so that it can emanate out into the world and help others. There are simple ways that you can do this. First off, you need to take care of yourself first. Fill your cup first and take care of yourself on every level. Starting with that 15 minutes that we talked about in the last point. But if you start to take care of yourself in the different areas of your life, you will find that safety. You will feel safe within your own life, your own body, your own home, and your own family. And we all need that right now, not only for ourselves, but to create that energy for others. So you can start with a few simple things. Get your budget organized. Get your budget sorted out so that you feel safe and taken care of. This is key. On the third dimension that we're living in, money is a real thing. We can't avoid it. It's the barter system, and it's energetic, and it carries its own vibe. And if your energetic financial system in your home is like chaotic or very drenched in like a lack feeling or a lot of debt, then you need to start taking steps towards freeing yourself in this way. Sit down with your partner if you have one and create a budget that works for the both of you so that you still have a freedom to live and have the necessities and a little bit of fun, but you're also working towards the freedom and the end goal. There is nothing more powerful than a plan put in action and taking the steps every day. The next thing that you can do is actually organize your home and your closets and that junk drawer that nobody wants to go into, all of the miscellaneous little things, because clutter is chaos and it will translate to chaos in your system. I actually find that my anxiety will flare up if there's a lot of clutter going on in my home. And so if I'm trying to have a good day, film a video, have a meditation, whatever, in the back of my mind and also like in my chest, I have this awful feeling and I just need to clean it up. And if you tackle one area a day, if you feel like it's a lot, like I totally get that, try and do one closet a weekend or a half a closet. And in the evenings, if you have a little bit of time, do a little bit of tidying around the main areas where you live, like your kitchen and your living room and your bathroom and such. Huge projects can be tackled with a little bit every day. You'd be surprised everything that you can get done. And then you don't have to feel guilty when you sit down at the end of the night to have a little bit of you time or relaxation time. Because you can think in your mind, no, I did that section that was my job today, and tomorrow has its own section. And so I can just let it go for right now. And it's not like whirling in your mind with guilt and worry and frustration and anxiety and the whole thing. The next thing that you can do is plan out some meals, and that can actually be really fun. You can make a list of the meals that you want to make for the next week or even 2 weeks, and then make a grocery list and make it all happen. And then you've got these dinner ideas. You can leave them on the list or you can have it in your mind, but you know that you at least have this week's worth of dinners and you don't have to try to be extra creative when you maybe don't have the energy that night and try to go through the freezer and see all the things that you have. Just have simple and healthy meals planned out. If you like to go wild and make really confusing, complicated recipes, all the power to you. I am more of like a stir fry or pasta kind of girl because it's easy and it's healthy and it packs well for a lunch the next day. I've also been making a lot of vegetarian tacos, which has been so much fun. There's something about taco night that is just so exciting. I know, random thought from me, right? But I do it with a vegetarian ground round, which is like a vegetarian ground beef of sorts and some fried up veggies. And you just buy the taco shells. It's like super easy and so fun and delicious. So get your life a little bit more organized so that you can feel safe and a little bit calmer in your heart. And you're not feeding into the mass chaos of the collective consciousness right now. Instead, you're actually feeding into the solution and the healing of the safety energy that we all want to feel. So when you feel calm and safe, then you help others to feel that way too. And another way that you can feel safe is by grounding. And you can ground yourself by going for walks. Go for a walk in nature. That is such a beautiful way to ground. I also really feel that stretching is amazing because it brings you back into your body. And through stretching, we carry so much tension, right? Especially in our hips and in our back and in our legs and shoulders. And so stretching your body and giving yourself a nice stretch before bed is very grounding and will help you have an amazing sleep. Okay, so after safety, the next message that came through for this full moon was balance, and that a balanced energy was needed. And so how can we help the collective consciousness to feel more balanced? Well, we need to create that balance in our own lives so that we can be examples of that. And this is especially true when it comes to a work-life balance. You need to make sure that you have enough time for yourself, for your family time, and for your work. We can't let our work rule us anymore. We are done with that. like unplug from that 9 to 5 programming. Do you know that I said that to myself for like a full year before I started to see it work? And that was probably because of my own pushback and belief systems that we all have within us, this limiting belief that our abundance is going to have to come from an outside source. It couldn't possibly come from within us. Yet everything else in our life comes from within us. So why wouldn't our abundance come from within us? Our financial wealth, it would. If everything in your life is created in here, I do this because it's like a lot of solar plexus and a lot of heart too. And you're literally creating everything around you, every situation, every relationship, everything. Your opportunities, your triggers, your wins and failures, everything starts from within. And you have to really believe that. It's true, and it can be like scientifically proven to as well, that our thoughts become things. And you can, if you want the proof of that, to just help ease the limiting belief that you aren't in control or you aren't creating your life, do some research. I did lots of research on this, on the law of attraction in particular. And your thoughts do become things because your thoughts have their own vibration. And just like when we were talking about health, okay, so everything starts in the etheric realms. Everything starts as energy, and then it transfers into the physical realm. So the thoughts you're having today are going to create your tomorrow. And so if that is true for every single area of your life, proven to be true, absolutely proven, then why do we think that our finances have to come from an outside source? Like, no. Do you know how many entrepreneurs there are out there making their own money that have less training than you? Maybe they even have less drive than you, less connections, less purpose, less, like if they can do it, why can't you do it? There are so many people that are creating and running businesses just because they felt like it and now it's their life. And here you are wanting it so much. What is holding you back? Because it's something, isn't it? It's a limiting belief. And so that's why I say unplug from the 9 to 5 programming. It is a program built into us from birth, right? Think about everything that your grandparents said, everything that your parents said, like go to school, get a job, work for someone, stay there a long time so that you can have seniority and then you can buy a house and have a family and have kids and retire when you're decrepit and old. No, that is not how I choose to live. Is that how you choose to live? When I think about it now, why would I ever retire? Like, I'm a starseed. This is my life purpose mission, to help other starseeds, to help other light workers. There is no retirement. There will be an end point, exit point when you leave this life and then you move on. And that's when it's meant to be. But why would I retire before that point? We're thinking about work in the wrong way. We're thinking about it as this drudging, awful thing that we need to go and do. And then just to get that little bit of money from someone who has a lot, so they've got all this abundance and they'll just give you a few crumbs. There you go. Thank you for trading all of your time for this tiny little bit. And then come back tomorrow and do it all over again. And then, when you get to a certain age, you can finally retire and live on even less and maybe see a little bit of the world before you're done here. Like, that is not an abundant life. I do not choose that for myself ever again. And so you need to start coming up with your own affirmations and say them to yourself every morning. I would do it on the drive to my job, on the way home from my job. I would write it out in my journal. I would say it whenever I would go for a walk to my guides and to my higher self. I no longer buy in to this 9 to 5 programming. I unplug myself from the system. I am the creator of my own abundance. I am tapped into the source and I am the source. And I create abundance now. This is the time, starseeds. This is the time, light workers. I have a beautiful video that can help you with this. It's called How to Find Your Soul Purpose. You should watch that after this video if you haven't seen it yet. And it's going to completely inspire you to get on your soul path, on your soul purpose mission, like your earth mission, the reason that you're here. And as soon as you get on that path and you commit to that with your life and your lifestyle, all of the abundance and the finances and everything that you need will unfold one step at a time. You still have to be patient, and you still have to be committed and dedicated to it. And work at it, yes, work every day, but this is sacred work. And this is a path to unlimited abundance and freedom. Okay, I went off on a tangent there, but other ways that you can bring a balanced energy into your life are to bring balance into the time that you spend on your phone, in the digital world of social media, and in real life. Don't forget that as addictive as our phones are, and as the people on the other end of those connections are real, it's still a digital experience, and we're here to live a physical experience. So make sure that you are doing things every day to enjoy the five senses: eating beautiful food, going for walks, laughing with your loved ones, loving yourself, stretching and working your body and exercising, enjoying your home, and being grateful for the life that you have. Also bring balance into your time with the time that you spend with others and the time that you spend alone. We don't need to talk about this a whole lot because we've already talked about how that 15 minutes is so key, and you should just start there. There is also a balance needed now between rest and productivity, because we tend to judge ourselves on how productive we were that day. And if we didn't get a bunch of stuff done, then we kind of feel like, oh, well, that was a waste of a day. But was it really? If you were resting your body and your mind and been working really hard, it's okay to take a full day of rest, a full weekend of rest. If you need a week of rest, then you take a week of rest. You listen to your body. You find balance again. There's also balance to be had between our divine masculine energy and our divine feminine energy. And this can be seen in a lot of ways through giving and receiving. You can't just give, and you can't also just expect everything to come to you. You need to find a balance with that as well. A balance of the yin and yang and the action versus emotion. And the last point on balance is a balance between new awareness and new downloads that you're receiving versus the time for integration. So you can't just be like every night plugging into the universe, like, okay, send me all these psychic downloads, and then every night more, and then you're just like piling all of these new like inspiration and aha moments on top of one another without any time for integration. Well, then they don't really stick. The new information and the new lessons, if they don't get integrated into your system, then you don't get the full potency of them. So make sure that you're also taking time for integration. So this new awareness and aha moments, these can arrive through walks in nature, chats with your spirit team and your guides, your meditation time, and then the integration can happen through journaling, communicating with others about what you went through, making videos and teaching about the different things that you're learning, and oftentimes also doing the energy or shadow work needed from that new understanding. Because when we're given a new understanding, it generally opens our eyes to something like a limiting belief that we've been holding on to, or an old hurt, or something within us. So instead of just going back in for more information from source, really take the time to do that integration and healing and let that wisdom really settle in. So I just want to say overall that you are safe and you are free. Everywhere that you go in the universe, you are safe. You are safe in your own body. You are safe in your own home. You are safe on this planet. You are safe on Earth. And you are safe in the entire universe. Nothing can hurt you. It's all lessons. It's all built into our contracts. And what we're here to do is be grateful for the lessons and to see everything, no matter how we're judging it as good or bad, to see it all as medicine. You are a free being, a free soul with free will, and you are rich in experiences and abundant in life. So let's start focusing our energy, our attention, and our intention to help ourselves and others. We're going to focus on freedom, health, safety, and balance. We're going to get ourselves so centered and aligned in doing this work. So if you have any questions for me about any of this full moon reading, pop them in the comment section below. And also like this video, please. If you like it, why not click like? You should. And then share the video so that we can share these full moon and all of this energy and messages that are helping the collective consciousness. It's actually ways that starseeds and light workers can help the collective consciousness through helping and changing themselves. Transforming all. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave today. New videos happen every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and you can come hang out with me. And then lastly, I will leave my link, as always, in the description box below, where you can actually sign up to be a client, which I've been having such amazing experiences doing readings and sessions with people. So if you feel called to do that, I do have some openings still available before the end of the year. And it's a great way to get your new year started off right. But do you know what the most important thing is for you to do? Listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Have a great day. Bye.